You know, everybody just keeps trying to play catch up with Disney and Marvel. So I was on the internet the other day, and I was reading how all the different movie companies are extremely jealous of Disney Marvel, especially with the properties that they have out right now in the movie theaters. I mean, they have Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, the Avengers. Maybe, well, they've got Ant-Man coming out. I still would be surprised if they didn't come out with a new Incredible Hulk movie. Seeing how big of a cash cow this has been for them, they're all green with envy, and they are wanting to do spin-off movies for themselves. Now, with Sony and Columbia Pictures, they own the rights to The Amazing Spider-Man. They have a smaller pool of people to choose from. Now, the first one shouldn't come as any surprise. They're going to be doing a spin-off of Venom. Now, he's the black symbiote alien. He's kind of a villain and hero. He's kind of like the anti-hero. You've got to know the whole storyline. It's kind of confusing. When I started, he was introduced in Secret Wars, and he wasn't even one of those. He was created by a machine when Spider-Man said he needed a new costume. He's gone through a lot of different changes, so just keep an eye out for that. Now, the other one that they're talking about coming out with is the Sinister Six. They're kind of like a villainous Avengers. They're a bunch of Spider-Man villains that have joined together to form a group and cause chaos. So not sure what villains they're going to be bringing out, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro. Now, with Warner Brothers, they have a lot more riding on what they release. Man of Steel did incredible in the movie theaters, and they have a lot riding on the new Man of Steel 2 coming out next year, especially with Ben Affleck coming in as Bruce Wayne and Gal Gadot as the new Wonder Woman. Now, they're talking about releasing at least 2 lower-budget films every year behind a tentpole production. The movies that they've been floating with everybody. First one is based on Team 7. Now, this takes place in the past of the DC universe, and it consists of a bunch of superheroes like in a black ops team. They include people like Amanda Waller, Slade Wilson, who's Deathstroke, Black Canary, Grifter. Now, Deathstroke, speaking of him, he was also mentioned as being a possibility for a standalone movie. Now, he's garnered a lot of attention, and I think it has a lot to do with CW Zero. His character has played a major role this season, and I have a feeling that it's going to be playing an even bigger role as the season progresses. He's also an anti-hero. He'll play the villain. He'll also play the hero. It gives them a lot to work with. I think it's going to be an interesting choice. Now, another one that they've been talking about is the Suicide Squad. Now, this is a bunch of DC villains that are basically working off their prison sentences by doing military ops for the government. They're not talking about which villains they're going to be bringing out or what type of missions they're going to be running, but I like the premise behind the whole thing. I think it's going to be exciting. Lastly, now this one I don't understand. They're talking about doing a standalone Booster Gold movie. He's kind of a narcissistic, time-traveling superhero, full of himself. Never thought he was a standalone character, but, then again, I didn't think Ant-Man was either, but here he has a movie coming out, what, is it this year? No, next year, so, I've been known to be wrong before. Now, lastly, we have 20th Century Fox. They don't really have as much to work with as the other companies, but they do have the X-Men, and they also have the Fantastic Four. Now, they're going to be rebooting the Fantastic Four soon, but there's been a lot of talk about a merger of the two brands. They're going to be having a crossover for the Fantastic Four and the X-Men.